703 Underground. 703 Underground.
Black musician,
Yes.
DMV artist.
Yes.
He's
Very
here.
interesting man.
He's here with it. Alright.
With Craig.
Yeah,
with Dante.
Craig, security over
Craig's
here.
bitch ass doesn't say anything.
Man,
Manager, he's not that cool.
I don't
He's not
like.
that
I don't
cool.
love working security, but
He's almost as cool, but he's not quite there yet.
that's
Give it a couple years.
Fair enough. Whatever. Alright, so let's get into this shit.
Perfect.
Alright, who is black?
Okay. Nice question.
Next question?
No. I said nice question.
No, nice
I would
question.
come in here and be a dickhead. Next. No. I don't know. I mean, there's not a whole lot fucking interesting about me. I guess. I don't know. I just musician, pretty much. I mean that's as far as that alias goes. That's pretty much as far as I want to take it with like a definition of like who I am. It's really just because that's what it's all fucking about, just the music. So I try to keep it to that so people can focus on that. Not a whole fuck ton else aside from that.
So that's it?
Mhm.
Do you go to school or work or anything?
I graduated a couple weeks ago. Didn't go to the actual ceremony, but finished the classes. I
Yeah.
work 2 jobs. Right now, I'm an usher at the Anthem, which is pretty fucking cool.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, I know. I get to see a fuck ton of concerts and shit for free. I still have yet to get one that I really wanted to see.
True.
And then I work at a store in the mall, fucking candy store. It's soul crushing work. I look like an idiot. They got like an outfit and shit. But gotta make fucking money from some
Damn.
shit.
So how do you go from making this type of music to working at a fucking candy
Yeah.
shop in a mall?
I know. No,
It kind of explains a lot though. Low key.
no, I don't fucking know, dude. That was like, I got that job mostly because my best friend had it, and I just needed fucking something.
you also have to pay me.
Yeah, I also have to pay his bitch ass, so I need something for that. Because originally it was just it was all, like I spent 100% of my time in my room just making shit. And like, yeah, that's a good investment, you know? But as far as like immediate, like, because I'm not going to college, so I have to fund all my trips this summer for shows, like.
Oh, you're doing stuff this summer?
Oh yeah, I got 3 shows in California.
Damn.
At least 1 in Chicago, probably 1 or 2 in Texas, Maryland, Ohio. So I gotta
Damn,
pay for that.
That's
So.
crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, and it's all like self-funded too. Like it's nothing
Mhm.
like huge, but
It's a fucking DIY, bro.
yeah, exactly. It's a start, somewhere.
So when did this all start? Like, how did this start? When did this start? How
So-
did this come about?
I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago. I hated rap initially. Like it was my least favorite genre ever.
Yeah.
But I lived with my older brother who was fucking obsessed with that shit, and that's all he listened to. So eventually he got me into it. First person really was, I think, like Young Thug or
Young
somebody like that.
Respectable.
Yeah. A very tasteful choice for a first artist. And then from there, it kind of grew into me really being like, because it was all metal for me. Like I listened to nothing but metal growing up. Started with punk bands because I hadn't found metal yet, and then around 5th grade, it switched to all metal. And then my brother, and then I didn't really want to make it at first. It never really crossed my mind, but
To make metal music?
well,
Or to make
to make
anything?
rap.
Oh, to make rap.
Because
okay.
in 7th and 8th grade, I was in 2 different bands,
Uh-huh.
and played some like Battle of the Bands type shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Bach to Rock. There's this music school that I like took my lessons at, and they would put bands together for you. So that was my first like actual musical endeavor, I guess. But it was mostly fucking covers anyway.
Sure.
Yeah, I couldn't write for shit.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think it must have taken like, because originally when I got FL, which is FL Studio, which is what I used to make
Everything.
all my beats, record everything.
Yeah.
It wasn't for that. I was trying to start like a solo metal project type thing. Not sure how the fuck that would have worked out.
That's interesting concept.
Yeah. So I just had it, and eventually, as I was getting more and more into rap, I was like, fuck it, I have the program. You know, why not like try doing some shit? So I started fucking around there. My first beat ever was an offbeat hi-hat pattern that didn't make any sense. And I was real fucking frustrated. I couldn't figure out how to use plugins or any of that shit. It was garbage. And then, I don't know, it was kind of addicting, I guess, because every single time I hopped in, I would figure out some new shit.
Yeah.
And that was like, I was like, fuck, I gotta keep doing this. Like, there's no way I can stop. So I was just a producer at first. A lot of people, especially now, don't know that.
Yeah.
Never planned on rapping, ever. And then I met this guy, he goes by Griffin, but Matt Canovis is his real name. And he was into producing too, but he wanted me to rap. I think it was either he wanted me to rap or the beats that he made me want to rap. One of the two.
Yeah.
And I would spend like fucking forever, like at his fucking house, like a week straight, just like making a fuck ton of beats. And eventually, all these artists that we both liked, were just putting out shit continuously that was so perfect, like just golden shit, and we were like, we gotta get on this. Like, we have to do something.
Yeah.
So I mean, from there, that's kind of when it started, I guess. It was real shitty in the beginning. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I still don't to a degree. And I mean, I think it was really the switch from beats to rapping was, I just felt like I could do more with it.
Yeah.
As far as like showing, like kind of expressing, I know this sounds real edgy, but like expressing emotion, you know?
Yeah.
Because with a beat, there's only so much you can do. You know, if you're angry, distort the shit out of it.
Yeah.
If you're sad, sample a fucking guitar. You know, past that, you can't do much. And, you know, now we're here. So that's that.
I bet some people would argue with that statement, but
Oh yeah.
but for you,
Yeah, it's just personally, like, because I'm not a great producer. You know, I
Yeah.
can do only so much because the technical aspects of it,
Mm-hmm.
mixing, mastering, shit. You know,
Yeah.
I never liked anything to do with music that isn't actually making the music. I really fucking despise. So mastering my shit is just the most boring fucking thing.
Oh, you master your own tracks?
Yeah, sometimes when I even get around to mastering.
At least you don't have to promote it anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I'm here.
That's true. I get this motherfucker to do all that. Run like half my fucking social media pages because I don't want to deal with it.
Damn.
Yeah.
So before you got into like this distorted sound that I guess you're pretty well known now for,
Right.
like what were you starting out making your beats like? Were you making them like Young Thug type beats or?
No, that was actually, I started with that kind of, but I'd never put any of it out.
Yeah.
So because one of the main reasons I started rapping was just all the people that I listened to. So early X, I was like, holy fucking shit. And you know, a little young angsty white kid. I was in love with that. And then I switched over to doing kind of sadder stuff just because it was a fucking rough period in my life. I wanted to cry about it on a fucking microphone. So there was that, and I'm trying to kind of move past that, actually.
Move past.
The aggressive shit.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I do hear that in the album that just
Right.
came out, but
So
we'll
with
get to that later.
Yeah. I don't know. That was. I think it was just. I was fucking angry about everything. So I wanted to be angry on a fucking microphone, show everybody else how angry I was.
True.
I guess.
So that's why you make like the distorted shit, just because you're pissed.
24/7. I wake up and I hate everything.
And what's the genre? What would you call that? Because I was thinking like you had a specific thing. Because I didn't want to
Controversial question, my friend.
Because I was thinking some type of core music.
Right. I don't know. I guess there's a whole fuck ton of different names for it. Like, a lot of people call it trap metal. I fucking despise that term.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
Working with metal musicians, it's kind of insulting.
Yeah, it's fucking just, yeah.
Trap metal.
Some people just, I mean, this is kind of, I don't think there's like a name for it yet. Because it hasn't really been like, into it's just rap at this point.
Yeah. So what's your influence? Because like I could name off some people when I first listened to music, and I was like, oh, this sounds like.
Yeah. So as far as influence, you mean just people I like listen to and want to make stuff like that?
Yeah, or people that you like first listened to before you started rapping.
Right. So you can't really hear all of them in there, except for I guess sometimes on the new albums. Earl Sweatshirt, huge one. X, huge one. Much later on, Peep, huge one. But
Yeah.
I can't make shit like Peep. You know, it doesn't come across. But he's definitely a big one. And then really, a lot of the, I guess for bigger guys, Doug, Travis, you know.
Sure.
But a lot of the people that really are the people who like make me want to keep doing this the most are people that I know, you know, like smaller people on my level. Because I think they're making the craziest shit, you know, and that's biased, obviously, but just when I hear some of the shit they come up with, it's ridiculous. And I mean, it keeps building because people keep hearing this shit and taking new parts of it and like doing their own thing with it, and then it keeps subgenre after subgenre. And it just gets fucking crazier the deeper you go. And those are really the people that like, and there's a million of them, so I can't even fucking name them. Syringe. That's a big one.
Yeah,
anybody's
we were
watching
talking
this,
earlier.
look into that. Fucking, that guy's insane.
Yeah. I mean, I could name, like, when I first listened, I don't know if you know any of these people, but, like, I was like, oh, it sounds like Bones. Like, it sounds like Ghosty Mane.
Fucking
Or
early,
Ghost Man.
early on Bones was big for me. The newer stuff, not so much.
Did you like his last album?
The one that just came out?
Yeah.
Still haven't gotten around to it.
I think it sounds more like old Bones.
Really?
I like it.
That's fucking
Did
exciting.
you see the interview, the Nardwuar interview?
Yes.
With Bones? That shit is so
That's
cool.
legendary. That's past due by like years.
Facts.
After like immediately after Useless came out, that should have happened by then. Like that was one of the greatest underground releases in fucking history.
Fair enough. And I would say, not really Suicide Boys, but maybe.
Yeah.
Just like the Screaming Shit, I don't know, because they go by horrorcore. So.
Right. I guess I can see that. I do like a lot of their shit. It's kind of like specific songs rather than their whole discography, but I mean, they were definitely people that I did listen to. Not the biggest one though. Definitely don't take too much from them. They're not very popular in super underground. People don't like them. They think they're repetitive and boring as fuck. But you know,
Yeah.
take what you will from.
I fucking love Suicide Boys. Like.
No,
whatever.
believe me, I'm a fan too.
Yeah. Like I don't
that
like.
shit. I'm going to one of their shows August in Brooklyn.
I want to go to. Like,
Go!
I
We'll see you there, dude.
I can't, bro.
Well.
There's other people at that show that I don't fuck with,
Mhm.
and it's like, I don't know. I wish they would just do themselves, like just Suicide
Yeah,
Boys.
yeah.
You know?
There's a solo one in Norfolk. You could go to.
Are you about to go to Love Gang or Afterlife?
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Like it's like half of GBC is Love Gang.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, like Cold Heart, Jan's Fish Narc. I don't even know. There's other people. I think Misery Club is also going. I think, or just Fantasy Camp
Right.
and Lil Zubin.
Yeah.
If you know those people.
Yeah, no, I gotta look that shit up.
Yeah. Now there's the one. I'm going to one of Richmond for Love Gang because like that's like it's like the week after I move into college. And
Right.
It's like fucking down the street from
Yeah,
my dorm.
No, I mean, good move, yeah.
Yeah. So did you like grow up listening to any like your parents' music, or did you just grow up listening to like core, like, or I mean not core, metal, like punk?
No, I mean, definitely my dad was a big influence on what I liked. My mom, not really. She's always been whatever's on the radio, you know.
My mom saying.
Yeah. My dad was a big, Stones, Beatles.
No doubt.
Yeah, and I think he's the one who showed me Green Day. Just a bunch of alt rock, you know, from back then. And I guess that's just what transferred me. I was always looking for the next most aggressive thing.
Yeah.
You know, because it just wasn't ever enough for me. Because I could
You're just
hear
getting
it.
like more angry throughout your life.
Yeah, yeah. As I grew, I was like, God, I hate this place more and more and more. But because I could like feel it in there, like the basis of what people were doing, and all those bands. But I was like, there's gotta be more. And I can't fucking believe it took me until 5th grade to like find the actual real shit. Like the first time I ever heard somebody scream on a track, I was like, whoa, that's fucking insane.
Have you ever heard Alisana?
Uh-uh.
It's my cousin's husband started this band. They're like a screamo band. Do you know them?
Yeah, I know Elsa.
Alisana.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Got a fan.
Yeah, he was here a couple of weeks ago.
Jeez, that's cool. Yeah, but that was fucking huge for me. I remember this is like a defining moment in my life. I found the screaming shit. I was like, Dad, come here, listen to this shit. He was like, oh, it's starting.
You're disappointed?
Yeah, oh yeah. He wasn't really disappointed. He was more just like, fuck, I gotta deal with this coming from my kid's speakers for the next fucking 7 years of my life. And you know.
Do your parents like your music? Do they support it or?
Support, yes, very, very, very heavily. Like, no. I'll play some of the shit that I make in the car with like my parents. My dad's definitely a fan of some of it, but my mom will hear some of the shit that I say and like slap me. Stop saying that. She's always like, one of the things she says to me the most, she's like, why can't you just make a song where you don't swear and it's happy all the way through?
That's just like my mom.
Yeah.
She's like, how can you listen to people curse at you all day?
Yeah, yeah. That's it, yeah. No, they're, I mean, and they get it for sure. And that's I think I have to thank them for fucking allowing me to listen to whatever the fuck I want all through my life. Because without that, I wouldn't have like gotten so into this.
True.
And I wouldn't have been doing it right now. And a lot of parents censor the fuck out of
Yeah, that's
everything.
crazy. I didn't really realize that. I mean, my parents did censor me. They wouldn't let me listen to explicit music until I was like 12.
Yeah.
But even before that, I was like downloading it and like hoping they didn't see it on my fucking iPod.
And then even when I would, because I did the same thing, and even when I would do that, they wouldn't even get that angry. They'd just be like, God, it's happening. Yeah, like they're just waiting for the inevitable.
It was definitely more like my mom, like.
Yeah.
Because my parents like never cursed around me or anything, and I knew like kids who would like swear up a storm in front of their parents. When I was younger, I was like, who the fuck raised this kid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what the
And I mean,
fuck?
it depends on the fucking parenting too, because if you're a shitty parent and then you let all that shit fly, then yeah, it's gonna affect the kid.
Yeah.
But if you know what the fuck you're doing and you're raising your kids right, your children should be able to listen to music and not become a shitty person because of the music they listen to. Like, it's not all based off of.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't fucking get that because there are so many fucking shitty parents apparently. So that's like the norm idea is like, if I let my kid listen to this, or you know, fucking this, or this new song that's explicit.
Nah, shit is crazy. Like living here in Arlington, it's like so diversified and shit, and like everything is kind of chill, but also kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But anyway, everything in the Midwest and shit is like you don't even know how to fucking realize.
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy shit. Like censor the fuck out of everything.
Yeah, I know. And it sucks too, because there's so much out there, and even when songs are fucking out there with how explicit they are, like for kids, like I mean, there's a lot of those songs that use that type of shit because they want to get their message across clearer, you know, or like really display something accurately and talk about something that's not surface level. And if you just cut that out from a person's life, I mean, music is such a huge part of my life. I can't imagine living without that.
Yeah, same.
And it's, you know, just wild to me. And you ever meet people who are like, I don't really listen to music.
Yeah, it's like, what do you do?
Yeah, what do you do with your time all day? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
I can't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah, parents like that are fucking whack.
I know. And there's so many of them, especially here.
Yeah.
And
really here?
Yeah. I mean, it's in McLean at least. Fucking ridiculous.
I don't really stay in McLean that much.
Yeah, no. You're lucky. There's not much out there to be fond of. It's boring as shit that people are awful. So, you know.
I heard there was a big fucking heroin problem in McLean.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of years ago.
I did hear about that. You know, some kids died and shit over that.
Whack.
Yeah, no.
Don't do heroin.
Don't do drugs. Look at me in my eyes. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, so on that topic, like, let's talk about your lyrics. Yeah. It's not that.
Continue, sorry.
My bad. So I just have a couple fucking words written down.
Okay.
About your lyrics. So
Perfect.
depression, coping,
Uh-huh.
death,
Yeah.
money, guns,
Yeah.
sometimes,
Sometimes.
suicide, antisocial,
She's looking at me over
Heartbreak.
there in the corner like, who did you bring in this fucking house, dude?
heartbreak, drugs, question mark, because it's not
Question
really
mark.
explicitly said.
Yeah.
I feel like SoundCloud is just implied.
Yeah.
If you're like,
Right off the fucking bat, we'll go with guns first off.
alright.
None of the shit that I say in any of, especially I have an album called Disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
None of that is serious. None of it's real. The whole fucking point of that album is just to be the most ignorant piece of shit ever and
Yeah.
put that out there.
For sure. It's like, have you heard Mac Miller's Delusional Thomas?
Yes.
Inspiration?
A little bit.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
to a
not-
degree.
That shit, great.
Yeah. Fucking, and I mean, it's kind of unbelievable that people would take some of the lyrics from, especially Disrespect, and some of the singles and be like, is he serious? No, I'm not serious. I do not
Yeah.
smoke 30,000 cigarettes every day. Dumb fuck.
It's something.
Get it together.
That's something.
Type shit. As far as, I don't know, Heartbreak was a good one. I guess that's just something that is kind of inevitable for me to write about because...
Or like anybody to write about.
Yeah,
feel
I mean,
like.
everybody fucking goes through that shit.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I've been through like a couple real bad, relationships, and if that's my outlet, it's gonna go in there.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of my favorite ways to deal with it, really, because I can take something that's really fucking me, and turn it into something that's really cool and I'm proud of.
Yeah.
And that's my big thing with music. It's like kind of constantly chasing this feeling that I have, because sometimes, like, because all my recording shit's in my basement, right?
Yeah.
So I make the beat, take my
Mhm.
computer all the way down to my basement, record that shit, like, do a million fucking takes about it, and
Yeah.
half the time it doesn't work out the way I want it to. That's why I have like 1,000, 2,000, somewhere in between that, songs just sitting on my hard drive, not done.
2,000 songs.
It's because all I do. You
Are they
know?
unfinished or are they all fucking?
Some of them are finished. Most of them are finished. Some of them are unfinished. Most of them will never come out.
How long does that go back to?
When I started.
So like 2016.
Fucking. Yeah, ish. Yeah. And I mean, fucking, yeah, so then bring that shit back up, and when I play it back and it's really good, like, at least to me,
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, I really did that. I really took this fucking thing that was eating me alive and turned it into something I can listen back to and, like, want to show people and be proud of. And as far as drugs go, the only two that would be serious, I'm pretty sure I've talked about crack before. I'm pretty sure I've thrown heroin out there
He
a couple
does
times.
not use crack or heroin.
Neither of those.
Neither of
things.
those.
Alcohol is the only one that I could really say is like,
Uh-huh.
and a stupid ass nicotine addiction. Past that,
For sure.
nothing really. Yeah, I don't know. I forget the other words that you wrote down.
What did I write? Money.
I like money.
Antisocial.
Yeah.
Depression. Or like mental illness. I feel like I wrote this down. Maybe it was a lyric, but it's like I feel like you had a song that was like, he said mental illness was cute in pop culture or some shit.
Ah,
I don't even.
it's good. Okay,
I
so
was like really high when I wrote this the first time, so I kind of forgot like going
Yeah.
back to it.
I don't
So-
love that song.
that
I
song.
think that's the best song for you, but
That song was. I guess I'll just talk about it. I mean,
do it, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, spit some
sure.
lyrics actually. Do you know the
Well-
lyrics off top?
fucking no way, dude. That song. I made that song in 3 minutes.
Do you know the name of the song?
Yeah, Crazy Girls.
Okay.
I made that. Yeah.
I know the lyrics because you played it for me so many times because I kept telling him not to put it out, and he was like, "No, dude, listen to it again. It's so good."
So the whole point behind that song is the dude in the beginning is sampled. That's not me. It's an Instagram snippet from the dude who my ex-girlfriend cheated on me with. talking about how he starts off, he goes on this rant. He's like, you know what? It's not funny, okay? We all gotta start taking this serious. So I was like, fuck you, dude. Nobody cares that much, okay?
Yeah.
Like, fucking, I'm speaking from experience, dude. Suck my dick. So I mean, and it was just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm leaning more into that now because a lot of the times when I get sick of writing the shit that I usually do, like, I feel like I'm not having that much fun with it anymore. So every once in a while, I have to do something fucking stupid to keep my brain cells alive in my fucking head.
True. That's fun. So is there any, like, do you deal with any, like, mental health issues or anything? Or is that just something you like to touch on?
Yeah, diagnosed, sounds so fucking stupid.
I mean, you don't have to talk about it.
No, just depression for a really fucking long time.
Yeah.
Since like 7th, 8th grade. I mean, I can't really remember it not being there.
Mm-hmm.
But when I really knew, like, it was confirmed, it was like 8th grade. Anxiety around the same time, that's really worse in my eyes because at least when I was dealing with depression heavier, I've kind of gotten over that and, you know, worked on it for years. But at least when that was really a problem, I could really get inspired from that. Because, I mean, it's fucking overwhelming, you know, and there's a whole lot to talk about with that. But when it comes to anxiety, it's like, that shit just is a fucking monster. Like, I can't, like, waking up in the morning, like, going to take a shower is, like, the hardest part of my day. Just getting up, because I don't want to get out of bed.
Yeah.
And, you know, let alone make a whole fucking song.
Yeah.
Because just every time that I'm about to, like, start something or, like, get into something, like, even coming here, you know? It was like, my heart beats out of my fucking chest for no goddamn reason.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, and I mean, that, like, it's all great to be inspired by stuff until it's taking you away from what really is, like, what you want to do. And that's the worst part about it, is I would love to talk more about it.
Yeah.
But half the fucking time I can't get off my ass and go do that.
Yeah,
You know, because of it.
For sure.
And I mean, so that's a big reason why I talk about it, is because, like, that's important to me.
Yeah.
You know? And that's something, that, like, I really, like, stress. I say a lot of shit that, like, would turn a lot of people off.
Yeah.
I don't do this for anybody else, you know? I started doing this because I love doing it. I'm always going to do it for that reason.
Yeah.
It'll never be about anybody else's feelings. I don't care.
No doubt.
So, you know, if there's something that's important to me to talk about, I'm going to talk about it. You know, if there's somebody that I want to piss off for some fucking reason, I'm going to do it. You know, I don't really...
Yeah.
It's not my biggest concern to... Because, you know, never go into this expecting I'm going to get big, ever. You know? Sure, if it happens, fuck it, I'll take it, of course. You know, that's what I want to do, but, you know, if not, I didn't expect that to happen in the first place, so.
I mean, yeah, like, you're starting to pop off. You got, like, tens of thousands of plays on some songs.
Yeah, and that's cool to look at. I really don't get excited by the plays, really, as much as what really lets me know that I'm doing well is, like...
People hit you up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that shit.
I don't know, it's ridiculous. Like, and I guess there's so many kids. I do live streams a ton.
Like on Instagram?
On Instagram, yeah. And not that many people join them. But, like, there are 6 or 7 out of the, like, 20-ish people that go in there. Always come. Every time. Always say what's up.
That's dope.
I wish I could fucking remember the names right now to, like, say something. But, and it's just crazy to me that, like, people see that on their phone, they're like, fuck, I gotta get in there. And I mean, that's, you know, I've already kind of hit the goal. So at this point, I'm just doing it for how it makes me feel.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So when you're, like, downstairs in your basement, you said you record, like, what's the setup like? Like, are you bringing all your shit down there, or is it already set up?
Yeah, no. So it's already set up. The only thing I'm bringing down there is my laptop.
Yeah.
So upstairs are the speakers. Fucking monitor everything for production.
Yeah.
Mixing headphones, because I mix everything mostly upstairs unless I get distracted and start mixing it in the basement.
So what kind of mixing headphones are you?
Fuck if I can remember. They were both
Are they
gifts.
like new? Are they like nice or they?
Yeah.
They're AKG.
Oh.
AKG.
Cool, he knows better than I do. Yeah, they were both gifts from my friend. I got mixing headphones and recording headphones.
That's dope. I wish
yeah.
somebody would give me that.
yeah, I got good friends.
They're audio technician monitor.
The recording ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And so I bring the laptop downstairs. It's just a fucking microphone with 2 pop filters layered on top of each other, and one of those fucking whatever the fuck you call it that goes around the back. That Focusrite audio.
Scarlett.
Yeah.
It's like the 2i4.
Yeah, yeah, and mine's fucking smaller.
You got the solo.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I got the Dove because like I'm gonna get new mics, so I can actually get
Right.
XLR mics.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty much it. You know, it's just nothing complicated. Like
So there's no like studio. It's just all you.
I hate recording in
Do you
studio.
want to tell them what mic you use? That might be helpful.
What fucking mic? Was it Bluebird?
It's a
Bluebird.
It's
You have a funny lyric about the fucking mic though.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's on the new out.
Yeah, it's on,
it's like a new mic.
I got a
Something,
shiny
shiny
new
new
mic,
mic
but I
stuff.
fuck up the sound because I like to. This on Stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I love that fucking line. I'm glad you brought that up.
That's a fire lyric.
Just because like originally I was recording with a Blue Yeti, shitty ass fucking microphone.
Yeah.
It's only good for like podcasts, like shit like this.
Yeah,
Like, that's what
I
we're
thought
looking
about
for.
it and I was like, I do not have any money.
Yeah, no. But it's not even really that good. And especially for fucking recording shit, no. You can't use that. That was like what I recorded my early
Yeah, I
shit
feel
on.
like it's just mad flat.
Oh yeah. Fucking, it's awful. So, eventually, got a new one. And I still mix it like shit, and I still distort the fuck out of it. So sometimes I'm like, why the fuck do I even have this?
I
you
bet
know?
your fucking mix screen just, I just want to punch it.
Yeah, no,
I bet
I
you
know.
it's everything. Is
Yeah.
everything ticked
All
up through the
up.
roof?
Well, sometimes if I'm doing like the really fucking obnoxious ones, then yeah. It's really just a fuck ton of distortion.
That's what Craig likes to do. He likes to take it to 10.
Yeah, this motherfucker, he fucking
He
just
doesn't
puts.
know how to turn it down.
Yeah.
I think he just
Does he make a lot of beats for
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
It's a decent amount.
He does. We actually just did 2 songs. One is for the new album,
Yeah.
and one is just a single. And that shit is the loudest fucking song on the planet. Yeah, but I mean, you know, it depends on what I'm doing. But yeah, a lot of the times just turn that shit up all the way.
Yeah, because when if I'm mixing something, I hate the clip. I hate the little fucking red
Yeah.
light in the corner. I hate it so much.
I'm in love with that fucking red line, dude. That's how you know that I mixed it right. Fucking.
I guess then you don't have to spend time mixing your music.
Exactly. I just get the fucking levels right and I move on. That's it. As far as mastering goes, fuck all of that.
But some of the earlier shit you have on your SoundCloud, I forget what year. I think it was like a year ago. It has the little broken heart hashtag.
Yeah.
Those are some guitar beat.
Yeah.
songs.
That shit. Oh my god. I was just really fucking sad, man.
True.
That was. I can't remember what the broken heart was even for. To be honest with you, I think it was just something that I wanted to mark those types of songs with, so that when something like that came out, because I didn't used to do a whole lot of promotion.
Yeah.
I would just drop shit.
Mm-hmm.
So when that type of shit came out, I would put that on there so that people knew what it was. And now there's just too much fucking music, you know, for me to even.
Do you even hashtag anything now? I can't remember.
Sometimes I just do hashtag fucking black, my own name.
Yeah, sure.
Or one of the groups I'm in or something. That's pretty much it. A lot of the times if I'm doing it with another artist, then I'll put their name in there.
Uh-huh.
But aside from that, I don't see the point in it.
True.
Unless I'm trying to get people to look at stuff through that specific tag. And none of the shit I
Yeah.
would tag it. A lot of times I've gone and tagged it just a full sentence, but split up through tags. Just none of it makes sense. You know, I've never thought. Yeah.
I think I've seen people do that on SoundCloud.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, definitely.
Do you have any music on Spotify, iTunes?
That is. Oh man. Okay.
Keep that on the low for now.
Later.
True.
Right now,
Did
no.
Yo, fucking Apple just announced today that they're taking down iTunes. If you didn't know.
What?
They're taking down. I don't know. They said they're gonna come up with something new.
It's not good.
They saying iTunes no mas.
What the
all
fuck?
my associates are kind of flipping shit as far as people who do distribution and like actually like work with like accounting and artist money.
Yeah.
And the people like who put that shit on Spotify and Apple Music is a big part of the revenue is actually coming from buying music.
That's fucking
Yeah, probably not
unbelievable.
getting picked up, so.
Yeah, well,
I might
no.
have to boost it.
Point being, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, they're
What?
putting like podcast, music, and video all in one new like thing.
I mean, everybody will buy that
Honestly,
shit.
fuck Apple. They fucked up after the fucking iPhone 5S.
That's true. You're not wrong about that. Yeah.
But I'm gonna still buy their shit.
Yeah, but as far as other platforms go, soon, definitely.
But I feel like you can't like nothing compares to the fucking iPhone.
Yeah. No, you're right about
If you
that.
get a different phone, it's like everybody's just like,
Come on, man.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you're a fucking loser.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like you have an S10 that's like this like same, probably better phone.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
everybody's like green text messages. Bro.
Yeah. Wow.
Fuck outta
Nice. Fucking bitch. Yeah. I don't want to text you anymore. Delete my number.
Yeah, like
Type shit. Yeah.
Alright, so my next question is like, how do you write your music? Are you listening to the beat, writing the beat, or are you freestyling, writing later? Like, what's the process?
I think it depends on the type of song.
And what's the headspace like?
Yeah. Yeah, it varies from project to project, song to song, but most of the time I make the beat first, and then from there, depending on what type of beat it is, I try to, like, I don't know, because most music, if I can't feel anything from it, like if it doesn't make me physically feel something, I don't fuck with it to begin with.
Yeah.
So I make the beat, and then I wait, and I play it like over and over and over fucking again. And then if I really like am starting to come up with stuff naturally, and like it does make me feel something, whatever it may be, from there usually I'll freestyle over the whole thing a couple times again, and then I'll take stuff from that and then go from there. Very rarely do I have subject matter in mind beforehand.
Yeah. And it's interesting because you make your own beats. Like you're not coming in like other people are sending you beats. Or
Right.
like you're with like a friend.
Right. I do that sometimes, but yeah, most of the time I like doing my own shit just because I'm picky. So like, I'll hear a beat somebody sends to me and it'll be like, there's this one thing that I need you to change. They'll be like,
Yeah.
I lost the fucking project file.
Yeah, it's like.
And you're like, fuck. It's so good, but no, I
Yeah,
can't
people
use it.
who like mass email beats, it's like they have like 10,000 beats.
Yeah.
They're just sending them.
I know.
And
It's
it's
fucking-
like, oh, can you change it? They're like, I don't know.
No.
Fuck that.
They're all gone. Sorry. Use them. We take them or leave them. Yeah. Yeah. From there, with Disrespect, it was really all came really quickly because I was just like.
So it's Disrespect and wait no that's the
That's the album.
My bad. That's
You're good.
different thing.
You're good.
2000 was the other album.
Yeah. So Disrespect came really naturally
Yeah.
because I was just trying to say
Just
stupid
fucking-
shit on the planet.
yeah. I liked it.
Yeah. I'm glad. And then
I love that shit.
the album before that isn't up anymore. There's like 2 songs from it. It's called 27 Club.
It's still there
2 songs.
on
Yeah.
the playlist.
Yeah. True.
I
I wish it wasn't.
You said it on the live and I was like, fuck, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I went back and read it.
Garbage. I'm sure somewhere online you can find it. Please don't look for it.
No,
But you
it's
could
right there.
find it. All of it? No, there's only
There's
2
2
songs.
songs.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, it's not
there
all.
was like 12.
Oh, there's one.
Yeah.
It is 100% all.
You can probably find it. But
Anyway.
don't look for it.
Don't look for it. Point is, hated that shit. Hated working on it. It was the worst thing I've ever done. That really just came from me being way too bitchy about all my problems. And then writing about that. Disrespect came from me being angry all the fucking time. 2000 was different. Actually, that album was pretty special to me.
Yeah, that shit was different. I was not expecting it going in to listen to.
Nah. Because that one was like, I really wanted to kind of write a whole bunch of, the first half differentiates from the second half after the interlude, so
Yeah.
the whole first half goes, and that's pretty much just the same shit I would usually do over different types of production and kind of different messages, to a degree, but still kind of just fucking loud and obnoxious.
Yeah.
Interlude hits, transitions into the second half, and those were all pretty much notes to myself. So writing that was really different. It still came pretty naturally because something about that producer's beats. His name's James Gorzica.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing
So he
person.
produced every track.
Yeah, he produced every single one on there. That guy helped me make. I mean, that's probably my favorite thing I've ever done.
And are you paying for this?
No.
Or?
Me and him are close.
Yeah.
So I never had to pay for that.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I don't really pay for beats ever because I know too many people. You know, why would I?
Yeah. And you can make it.
Exactly. That's.
But like.
Oh yeah, pay your producers,
Big
please.
facts.
If you make fucking music,
Fucking credit the producers.
seriously.
First of all.
You would think that people would wrap their fucking heads around the idea that when you make a song, you have to fucking credit the dude who made it with you.
I know, you know how many fucking DM screenshots I see on Twitter every day of fucking producers? It's hilarious.
It's ridiculous.
And it is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
People need to like,
No, I mean I put that shit in the title. My dude deserves the fucking credit. He
Yeah.
did half the work.
yeah, I'm
You
saying.
know? And if a lot of the rappers too, like especially some of these people, like these days, in this area, outside of it too, but just making music, especially on SoundCloud, the beat takes them 90% on the way there.
That's facts.
Other 10%, maybe they got some good lyrics.
Yeah, if I open up a song and I don't fuck with the beat,
Yeah,
I'm
done.
stopping the song.
And that's how it fucking goes for everybody too. It's like, the whole point is that it's, you know, like if
That
that
it
shit was
sounds nice.
exactly.
Or it sounds good.
If it was fucking acapella, you wouldn't get anywhere. And that's like an argument a lot of people make, and they're saying like, well, yeah, but no fucking shit, like nobody would do that. But like, yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
the whole reason that people even, especially these days, like, the reason you can write the shit that these people write is because it sounds good on the beat.
Yeah.
When you rap about fucking, you know, drugs or fucking money or cars or how
Mhm.
much, how many people you beat the fuck up, like,
Yeah.
that shit, it sounds good over certain types of beats. If you mix and match, it wouldn't work. And, you know, that's, again, James Gorzica fucking completed that thing. And there's going to be another project with him, actually, that's totally different. Kind of more disrespect-ish. But he can do
Nice.
fucking everything. But yeah, back to the fucking original question. Writing process for that was a little bit different, still down the same vein. Fucking just writing shit to myself on the second half, first half being loud.
Mhm. And do you have to have like certain shit around you when you write or anything? Or is it just like you could write anywhere? Or does it have to be like fucking?
No, I mean, honestly, I've written 99% of what I put out in my room, so I never tried writing outside. I did a couple of songs at a different house recently, and that was, I mean, it does feel different, you know, because
It's like a vibe.
yeah,
Thing.
exactly, and especially in my room, it's like writing that shit is like there's nobody there. And it's just me, so I can try fucking anything. You know, there's nobody like looking at my fucking phone, like, what is he writing?
Yeah. And I feel like you're surrounded by like your own like shit.
Yeah,
you know?
just shit I'm familiar with that makes me comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really important, but as far as anything separate from that, not really.
Yeah, like so you're not sitting down and you're like, oh, I have to have a pack of cigarettes or I have to have.
I mean, I would love some cigarettes all the time, but
Do you want a cigarette?
can I smoke in here?
No.
Or? Okay.
You can vape whatever.
Okay, we'll keep it.
I'm sorry.
You're all good. But no, nothing really past the shit in my room, you know, or being somewhere comfortable. That's another thing, like, I can't really write around people I don't know.
True.
Like,
I think it's a problem for a lot of people.
Yeah, I could perform around people I don't, you know, fucking obviously. Like, shows don't bother me. Producing around people I don't know doesn't bother me, but writing shit is different.
Yeah.
Just because I try to, like, put real shit in there. And
Yeah, very personal.
yeah, so then especially if I'm, like, writing something really personal, like, I'll know if it sounds stupid after I say it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need 6 other people to be like, wow, that was fucking stupid. You know, I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I know, I fucking heard it.
Yeah, no. Anything I write, I definitely only let Bella read.
Right, yeah. Just, I definitely, I don't even show, like, I show songs to people, but lyrics, I don't send that to
Yeah.
anybody really, apart from every once in a while,
For sure.
if I'm really proud of it.
Yeah. So on to the next thing. So what is cult? Who's in cult?
Here we
I don't
go.
know. I've seen a couple. I know a couple people like Lil Darky,
Yeah.
Wendigo, or something.
Yeah, Wendigo. Okay, so cult started. I can't remember the exact year. Way back though. I met Brahmin God.
Mhm.
And from there, we got to know each other pretty well. Him and his little brother started that.
How many people is that? The cult.
Right now it's me, Brahmin God, Darky, Wendigo, Naziah is producer from Australia.
That's dope.
Yeah, and that's everybody I can remember. I think that's it actually. There was another guy in there named Bowser. Recently he got kicked out of there. Yeah. So that was just kind of the first like music group type thing really, but it's not like we would ever make like an album together.
Yeah.
It's more of just like we all know each other really well.
Would you tour together though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Easy. Any day. I think the main reason that started is because, and I mean, I can't speak on it exactly, this is just my interpretation because I'm not the founder,
Yeah.
but what I love about it at least is that 90% of these fucking collectives that you know, people start,
Yeah.
there's like 30 people in there. Nobody knows anybody. It's a fucking mess. It falls apart, people start hating each other. And then there's no point, like you can't help each other.
Yeah.
So we kept it really fucking small, and that was it, you know. We don't really let people in there, because it's not what it's, we're not looking for anybody.
It's not a fucking club.
Yeah, it's not, you can't be in here. And then the only other things I'm part of, Spider Gang is another thing. It's kind of the same people, except you got Salsa, Cubensis, A14, which is this fucking insane kid who just, if you think my shit is loud, you don't even know. I think apart from that, that's everybody that's not in cult. So they kind of, I mean, that came along later because we were disagreeing about who to kick and who to put in cult.
Mm-hmm.
So Darky wanted to start his own thing that worked differently, and that actually is something where we'll put an album out or something like that, because we still do all know each other.
Yeah.
Aside from that, nothing much.
True. So how do you, so cult's just a collective? Do you guys all hang out all the time, or?
We're all around.
Well, yeah, because you live in Australia. So.
Yeah. Brahmin God's California,
Mm-hmm.
Darky and Wendigo are California, Naziah is Australia, Virginia. I flew out Brahmin God a while back, and that's the only person thus far that I've met in person. I'm flying out, like I said before, California in fucking June, and going to where Darky stays, and he stays with Cubensis and a couple other people. So.
And are they all like our age, or are they like older?
It spans a little bit, but it's
Yeah.
all within the same range.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So how do you do you only collab with people in these groups, or is there outside collabs, or like do you pay people for features or anything? Or do you get paid for features?
Yeah, so I do collaborate with people outside. Like Craig's not in anything that I'm in, but we do stuff all together.
You guys just know each other?
Yeah, we've known each other for a while. And just anybody really that because I get a lot of messages with beats, you know, and stuff like that.
Oh, so you sell beats?
No.
Still?
No. I used to.
Did you ever used to?
I don't really do that anymore. But yeah, I get a lot of people sending me beats every once in a blue moon. There's somebody really good, and I'll try to stay in contact with that person. As far as features go, I paid for a feature once, 3 years ago.
From who?
I think it was Kamiyata. He's some guy that used to be really prevalent. He's still doing numbers, but after that I never paid for anything. Didn't come out the way I wanted it to. Wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know what I was doing. People can pay you for a feature. People can pay me for a feature if you want.
Isn't it like $100? I saw it was $100 somewhere.
Yeah.
I wrote that down.
Yeah,
And
it's
I was like,
100.
why do you deserve $100?
I don't. I just really don't like doing features. So if somebody wants one from me, I'm like, okay, but I'm not gonna do it for free.
Yeah.
And plus, like, I got shit I need to pay for.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm not gonna give people a bad verse. You know, if
Yeah.
you get a verse from me, I'm gonna do it well.
And if, like, if they're like, oh, change this, are you gonna go back and
Oh,
change
yeah.
it?
If I'm charging somebody $100 to do a fucking verse, they're getting whatever they want.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking. I'll change my fucking style. Who cares? Like.
How much? Fuck, I totally lost my train of thought.
You're all good. Don't worry about it.
Fuck. How long would you like end up working with that person?
If somebody paid,
Yeah.
not very long.
Not very long.
I mean, unless they're really good, and then from there, or if they want more, you know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really go back after somebody paid and do something like not transactional, you know.
Yeah.
You know, but then again, there are some people that are really good, happen to be like just hidden gems,
Mhm.
and those people, I mean, after they paid me the first time, I'm like, look, man, you shouldn't even be paying me. Like,
Yeah.
we gotta just work on something, you know,
Facts.
and you know from there. But aside from that, no, not really. I don't really like the idea of buying features anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't. If I made music, I feel like that'd be weird.
Yeah.
Unless I was like, I really want this person.
Yeah, yeah.
But then, I don't know. I feel like if I could, like, if I thought about it, if I was like, oh, I could never get to their level, then I'd pay for it, maybe.
That's my thing is, if there was somebody really big that I wanted, I would definitely wouldn't pay for that because I don't want to get that person on the song and then have people be like, wait, this got fucking paid for. This is not like, you didn't really get here.
Yeah.
You paid your way into this.
Yeah.
And for me, it just, I mean, I get it too for people who would want to do that. I don't blame anybody, but just personally, like, I want to look at that and be like, no, I know that person. And I got here through working this many fucking years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I do want it to be like something that we both know what's going on and it is really collaborative. And especially if you were going to pay a bigger artist, it wouldn't end up being like that because you have to go through so many middlemen. Like fucking managers, booking agents, whatever you want, you know. It just doesn't feel right.
But if they go through you, they go through me, and I try to make everyone as happy as possible.
He does try to make
painless
everybody
as
happy.
possible.
Sorry, I'm being a hypocrite. Sometimes.
So you have a manager.
Yeah.
Or
So
you have
Yeah, I manage him.
he manages me alongside my older brother.
Yeah.
Actually,
So-
who.
I manage him in this area. I don't work in California.
And then
Or any
is your
other
brother gonna go with you on tour? Is
Um,
that your manager?
Right. That's as far as
He does more of the booking stuff.
booking, merch, kind of planning stuff out.
True.
Um,
I actually have some questions for after this.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And fuck, what were we talking about? Sorry.
We were talking about manager, like
Right,
you're a
right.
manager.
Yeah.
What's that?
But yeah, so my brother originally, when I started making music, wasn't really feeling it.
Yeah.
And he wasn't into it. But then as I went on, I don't know if I should say he's like officially really my manager right now,
Yeah.
but he's definitely starting to take interest. And if
Well,
I
that's
was,
like his role.
Right.
Like you can say it's his job.
Exactly,
but that's his
yeah.
role.
I can't move with you either.
Yeah, he can't fucking move out of here. So, and I mean I would definitely want it to be him too, because
'Cause
there
that's
would be
just
no
him.
fuck shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like
I didn't know you felt that way.
yeah, fuck you, Dante. Sit over there, be quiet. And I mean, just to have somebody that you know for a fact that person has your best interest in mind
Yeah.
and really wants to go somewhere with you.
Facts.
Yeah, past that, nothing. It's helped a lot, you know, for plans. You know, like the idea of doing all this stuff out of state this summer really didn't come up too heavily without his help. So, yeah, that's as far as management goes.
So does Dante, do you work for somebody or are you working for yourself?
No, I'm freelance.
Freelance.
I work with other people like in the area, but not for a company.
Okay.
Right.
That's cool.
Yeah. So he manages stuff here. Brothers help him with stuff out of state. That's it. I mean, and as far as getting features goes, I do have management email that you go through for that, but you can also
Like
get me
fucking
directly.
you.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm starting to move towards it being more email, but most of these people, you'd be fucking astounded. They can't read. They have no like there are 2 separate emails in my bio,
Yeah.
and people will DM me. They'll be like, "What is your email?" I'll be like, "Which one?" They're both written out
Yeah.
on my page that you follow. Like, yeah,
I also like got a hold of you really weird too.
yeah. Was it Nate?
Yeah, it was Nate. I was like, I put on my story like, send me your best track.
Right. Yeah.
And then this
He sent
the
somebody
man
else's.
just, he sent it and I was like, oh, is this you? He's like, no, this is my bro. And I was like, alright. I was like, I fuck with it. I was like trying to get on the podcast. He was like, it's not actually me, but
But yeah, sure, I'll get him.
yeah. But then we just started like I just talked to him through
Yeah.
everything, and then I guess he told you.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was weird.
Yeah, no, it was weird how it worked out, but I'm glad.
Yeah.
Nate is a great fucking dude. He's done a lot for me as far as like.
I've been trying to get him to come work for me.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
a while now.
yeah.
he's-
I mean, because he's really good at that
He's
shit
a
just
guitar
naturally.
stuff.
he just
Yeah.
graduated too, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to
He
get him for anyone else to-
he does. So he's done. There's a song I have called "Low," and he did instrumentation on that, like the guitar for that and the bass line. And on the newer album, there's gonna be a lot with him there. And he's super fucking helpful and he's really good at what he does, and working with him just makes sense, you know. He always like has something to add to it or like ideas with it, and then I'll be working on it and I'll be like, hey, are you okay if I go this direction? He's like, hey, I'm the
Yeah.
middleman, I don't care. Just
Yeah.
take what I, make something cool. So
Uh-huh.
it's fun working with him. He's great.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Alright, so moving on. This like quick question, like who's your audience? Like who are you trying to make music for certain people, or is it just like whoever listens to it?
Yeah.
Listens to it.
It's pretty much whatever. I mean,
Or do you like consider yourself part of a like genre or like a
No.
subgenre of like society?
no,
Like you have like emo kids,
Yeah.
kids, punk kids.
no, I'm not. That just all kind of runs back to I just do this because I like it. So
Mhm.
I've never found myself lying in any of those kind of like labels. I don't know. I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Just because I did most of this alone, so I never really talked to anybody
Facts.
about it, and I never really even got a chance to like get into any of that. I mean, I definitely when I was younger, you could call me a fucking emo kid, I guess. But
Yeah.
I moved past that, I think. Yeah, as far as audience goes, whoever, because like I said, it's for me first off. So when it comes out, if other people love it, that's great, and whoever is into it is into it.
That's dope.
Yeah, there's a huge portion of my listeners that are from Russia. Weirdly
Yeah,
enough.
no, I would definitely
Yeah.
like, what's the fucking word? Think that.
Yeah, yeah. It's weird. I didn't know that was a thing beforehand, and then.
Russian people hit me up in my
Yeah,
DMs, bro.
dude, they're crazy with the support. It's insane.
I know. Like literally,
Yeah.
I didn't understand because this person, I think it was a girl, I don't know, but it was like, you music, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
She was like, you music? I was like, I don't know
Yeah.
what you're saying. And then
Dude.
it's like SoundCloud, I was like, oh, I have a podcast, but I don't make music.
Right. Yeah.
But Russian people, bro,
Oh my god. I have
Crazy,
people send me
crazy
videos.
support.
I got a video from
Shout
this
out
one
Russia.
guy. For real. Shout out Russia. I got a video from this one guy in my Instagram. And he was trying his hardest to speak English.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact he was wasted off his ass. He was like trying to communicate with me. And I had no idea what he was saying, but at the same time it was just like overwhelmingly friendly and like supportive.
Yeah.
He was like, your music, very good, very good. And I was like, oh, thanks, man.
That's crazy. Cause
Yeah.
like, I don't even know if they understand it or not.
Yeah, probably, no, I mean, a lot of them know.
My girlfriend speaks Russian, so that's how I respond to all
Right.
the people who email
Yeah.
you from.
Do they know
Russia.
what people are saying? Or
She does, yeah.
Or-
yeah,
oh, yeah,
yeah.
she
She'll like translate it for me. I tried using Google Translate. It just gets lost.
Yeah,
So
it's-
she helps me out with that.
Craig
but-
speaks some too, so he
But-
does that sometimes.
But he also doesn't speak.
Yeah, so, you know, just as far as translating shit that gets commented or whatever.
Yeah, I wonder what the Russian slang is.
Well, the one thing I do know is that their smiley faced is a closed parenthesis. So you'll get a message and it'll be like, you know, whatever, 3 closed parentheses. And like,
There's no colon.
no. And like the more parentheses there are, the happier they're supposed to be or whatever.
Interesting.
And I only just learned that like fucking last year. So now whenever somebody that's Russian, like, if they hit me with like full Russian, I just send them a closed parenthesis and swipe out because I'm like, I can't deal
Yeah,
with
it's
this.
like, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, it's like, sorry, don't speak Russian, smile. Done.
Google Translate, please.
Yeah, exactly. Please help me here.
It's proven not to work.
Yeah, it really does not.
Yeah, I bet. But I feel like if you wanted to get like, I don't know, maybe simple shit across.
Yeah,
You gotta do it. You gotta do it word for word.
Yeah, just like thanks.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, I did not realize you had music videos. Actually, I feel like I tried to find some. Like I just looked up like your name Black on
Right.
YouTube, but I don't know if I found anything.
There's well, there's one that's out on Void Tracks, which is a channel that uploads videos, and you ever seen those like kind of like they're like GIFs or what are
They're called visualizers. They're
Right.
like a circle
Gifs.
with the sound waves around the side of them.
Yeah, or
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
like the sad Simpsons edits.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I have
Yeah,
some of those channels have uploaded my shit. There's one video.
Tell them about it. Tell them about the anime video.
Which one?
The one
Oh,
for-
there's and then the Russians again. Somebody
Visual
made.
anime.
Do you know what IMVU is?
Isn't that an anime channel?
Yeah, no, it's like
Anime
it's
server?
a video game. Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's like what fucking some virtual like Second Life.
It's like Second Life.
yeah, type thing.
From the fucking office.
Mixed with Sims.
Yeah, fuck yeah, exactly. Yeah, and
Oh, so it's a video game?
yeah. So, but they edited it together so that it was a music video for one of my really old, now deleted
I
songs.
can't get them to take it down.
Yeah,
I've tried
they
so
won't
hard.
take it
They
down.
won't take it down.
It's awful.
I can't like I don't think that they actually run that YouTube channel anymore. I think
Yeah, they
that
probably made it and
they've
they
probably
just,
got
left
locked
it,
out
yeah.
of it. Yeah, because like
I mean, it's really cool that they did that.
That's dope, bro.
it is.
Yeah.
It's just so
Interesting.
bad.
Yeah. I'm sorry, whoever
Like-
made that. If you're watching this, I'm so sorry.
It's just-
Please.
It's like really thick animated Japanese girls twerking. While he's like rapping with
Like
like
dancing
they're
around
holding
what's
they're
supposed to
holding
be.
It's the fucking
M16s.
hentai.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's you could probably find it.
Yeah, it's.
I'm gonna find it.
Yeah.
Link in description.
Yeah. Then there's one that I have on that Void Tracks channel that's really old and really not good, and there's another one that I just finished up filming with Nate. Actually, he filmed it, and I sent it to Half Metal Kaiba, who's a friend of Brahmin Gods and a really cool artist also, that edited it all, you know, and put all the
Mhm.
effects on it, and that should be sometime this summer.
Sure. But do you have any like official music videos out right
No,
now?
not out yet.
Okay,
Don't you
so
have
it's
don't you have one out?
Yeah, that's the one I was. Well, technically, but it's
Okay.
not like
He's
on
in-
my page or
He's
anything.
Yeah.
in it. It's
Yeah.
it's an actual music video.
But
that
we filmed it on a
made,
fucking
yeah.
phone and like
Okay.
edited it
Right.
together. Yeah.
Very low budget.
Very low budget. Yeah.
But that's like, I mean, the phone, and if you got an app, it's the equivalent to a fucking like Sony. you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you're like shooting like a bonus type video.
Yeah. That and I've never really done that before, and I want to, but then again, screams just like I want to be Bones. So
Yeah.
still thinking about maybe doing that because it is super
Facts.
cool.
That's
I work with a production company that uses iPhone XRs, and they film. That's what they use for their cameras.
Huh.
It's super streamlined. Like it's so the turnaround
Yeah, and
is
I mean,
so quick.
this was a while ago, so I had a shitty phone.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
I have a better camera on my phone, so it'll probably work out better. But
No doubt.
yeah, still working on that, getting that out there.
And like even visuals for like your songs. So you have a bunch of tracks, it's just black, and the album cover for 2000 is like
Pretty
barcode,
low.
I think.
Yeah, it's a barcode.
But then the other one, what's it called? Disrespect.
Uh-huh.
Like, that shit looks dope.
Yeah.
I think Lil Darky did
Yeah,
that.
he did that. So that's a picture of me leaning down next to, you know those motorcycles that the Germans had in World War II where there are 2 seats and there's a machine gun on the second seat? It's like there's a seat here and a seat here and the machine
Is it like
gun's
a
here.
sidecar?
It's a sidecar
Yeah,
with the machine
yeah.
gun.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Yo, I've
so
never
I'm just
seen that.
putting
That
the
sounds-
fucking rifle in my face and then
that
he
sounds
animated
fucking
like,
wild.
and the people, the little dudes that are drawn,
Yeah.
so
I like the color schemes.
Yeah.
The red and the like gray, black.
we fucking, so Darky draws all his own cover art.
Yeah, I think I went on his
Yeah,
page.
he animates all that shit and he has like characters that he draws for everybody he works with. So mine has a hoodie on, right? It's like a
Mhm.
big white hoodie and all you can see are the like horns coming through. It's super cool.
Yeah.
But
You have a song called Hoodie.
yes, I do. I'll talk about that later. But in that album cover, it's 3 of like me, but the version without the hoodie, it's just some like mangled, fucked up, anorexic, demon looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then they're all like trying to do shit to fuck me up, like hand me more alcohol and blow my brains out and shit and just like torture me. It was a really cool fucking idea.
Yeah,
Originally, it was just that picture, black and white,
Uh-huh.
and Darky was like,
He's like,
nope,
man.
fuck that. I'm doing
That
this.
shit looks dope.
Yeah, it was great. I'm happy with it.
Is there any, like, are you gonna come out new album art for the next album?
Yeah, so I'm doing submissions for that right now, actually. I have people
Oh, that's
sending me
cool.
yeah,
I
stuff.
like that.
And I've gotten a fuck ton of them so far, so I'm putting them all in a folder.
Tell the name.
Oh, yeah, so I don't know, how much are you going to talk about?
You should say that if someone wants to submit. Or
Okay, yeah, okay. So, yeah, so I put it out as a submission thing. The album's called MIA.
Missing in Action?
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, it's only important because it's got to be on the fucking cover. And
The
usually,
lettering has to be on the
yeah,
cover?
yeah.
Okay.
Usually I don't do that. I want to keep it off of there because it lets me do different stuff. But
Yeah.
this one just it works with that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've gotten a couple, and this shit that people make is really cool. I mean,
Yeah, I bet.
I was
I'd
surprised.
be interested to, like, even see people make stuff for you.
Yeah, I'll show you some of it after this. So this is, I think this is the only time I've done that. I did a little bit for Disrespect, but I didn't really push it that hard. And this
Yeah.
time I'm like, I want it to be done by a fan.
Yeah.
Because I just think that's another, like, kind of touch to make it more, like, cool for people that listen to it, that
Yeah.
are fans when it comes out. They'll be like, one dude's gonna be like, I made that fucking art. And it'll be cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
And so you're going on tour
Yeah.
this summer. Is it are you saying it as a tour, like these shows, or is it like, oh, I'm playing here and then there and then over there?
Yeah, it's like that. It's not
that.
really an official like tour thing, and I don't think I'm really gonna announce it anywhere. I might like
Are you
when I do
headlining?
that.
Is it like just you?
Yeah.
We should discuss this in depth.
Okay, well,
as
maybe.
far as
Maybe.
announcing it and promoting probably be a good.
Do you have a name? Is there a tour name?
No,
or
no.
is
So
there
it's
a show
nothing.
name?
It's nothing official right
It's
now.
just black.
I know that it's happening,
Yeah.
but the details haven't been set up. It'll likely be June-ish,
Mhm.
and then like starting then and going throughout the rest of the summer.
Right.
But I know a couple of them are gonna get put out there as far as promotion, but I also
Yeah.
want to keep a couple of them completely unannounced and just have whoever shows up show up.
Dope.
I think that'd be fucking cool.
And with the venues, are they hitting you up, or did you like go out of your way? Like, I
No,
want to
yeah.
do a fucking show.
Yeah, I'm not big enough yet.
Yeah.
I go out of my way, and then I have people that. So the way it's working is, for me staying there, like, I can't afford a fucking hotel everywhere I go.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have people that stay in those
Oh,
areas.
so you know everybody.
Yeah, so I'm hitting spots all over with people that I know.
Do you have a fan base in those areas? Like you said, Ohio. I feel like that's kind of
Yeah,
random.
Ohio is which it was it Cleveland or Columbus?
I can't remember specifically. It's one of the two.
Ohio, especially Columbus, is where metalcore started.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people who like heavy music in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
It's like an A-list market.
so it'd be easier to push it.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And then, you know, just if I know people there, like, fuck it, Chicago, I might not have any fans in Chicago. Who fucking
Yeah,
cares?
okay.
I just want to play. You know,
No,
that's
that is
it.
that's dope, bro. That's how you get your fucking name out there. You like,
Yeah.
You want
That- I
some
mean-
shit, and then you get that shit.
Exactly, and that's the whole idea behind it too. Is like, it's not like I'm selling shit out. Nobody knows that this is happening. I'm doing it because I just want to go, and whoever shows up, I'll give them a good show, and it'll
Yeah.
be fun for me, you know, and have
Yeah.
friends out there to play with and stuff, and that's the whole point.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
I feel like we covered a lot of these people. I kind of skipped one question that's just kind of fucking random.
Go
But
for it.
you have like a burping fucking ad lib, and one of the lyrics is "My Tesla's on fire."
Yeah.
I think the whole song is like the hi hats are burp and the beat, everything's burping or like some fucking noise.
I don't know if I did that.
I think
Did
that
I do
was,
burping all
that
the way
was when
No, I did.
I think that had something to do with Hostile Mind when
I should have wrote down the names.
Yeah, there's a burp in K2.
Yeah, no, there is a burping
Yeah,
too, but
and then-
there's a different song that's like burping throughout.
What the fuck?
I can't think of
I
it.
think it might have been smoking crack in my Tesla. That's the stupidest shit I've ever made. So like you saying I burped all the way through it, it's probably that song.
Well, it's like one burp, but then it's like used as like either a melody or a hi hat or something. So it's just constant.
What is wrong with me, dude?
Because like the way I go through people's music when I'm about to interview them is I just listen to like all their like I'll go to the like tracks and just listen to all their tracks,
Right.
and then I'll go back and listen to the albums like
Yeah.
all the way through a couple times.
Yeah.
So yeah, like when I first was just listening to all your tracks that you had, I was like, some of these songs are fucking weird, dude.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, that happens sometimes. I'm just like, fuck, I'm gonna do something ridiculous, you know, and that's probably where that came from. Okay.
Fair enough.
Jesus.
So what's the transition between you were making guitar beat fucking
Yeah,
sad songs
sad
like
shit.
a year ago, Disrespect is fucking crazy, 2000 is a little more chill,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
it's still very like interesting,
Mhm.
and then all your other tracks are kind of like in between,
Yeah.
or like one side.
One or the other.
Yeah, so what was the progression like starting till now? Like how has your sound changed?
I think I got more into, I don't know, because I liked making hard shit back then, but I never really knew how to do it.
Yeah.
So the sad shit was way easier for me because it's simpler to make those beats, and I just felt more that way than I did angry at anything. So that's why I did that stuff, and then moving on from there, I kind of was learning more about it, and how to actually make it sound right. Because a lot of people, especially in the underground, not necessarily in this area, but in that kind of scene, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
have no fucking clue where to draw the line. So they just go all the fucking way past where you should. Like, it's way more metal than it is trap.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. It's horrible. It's fucking garbage. No names, but...
Definitely no name.
Definitely no names. But, yeah, so I was just learning how to apply it right. And I don't know, I think it just hit a spot for me. You know, like I heard it and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's hot, you know? So
Yeah.
from there, I went, and then 2000 was just, I don't know, I guess I had a lull in like the energy.
Mm-hmm. But that was a quick turnaround.
Oh yeah. I mean,
How far apart are those albums coming out? Like a year, less than a year?
so, I think it,
Because I know Disrespect is like 2017 and then 2000 is 2018.
I was working in Richmond when you dropped both of them.
right. So, I think Disrespect is 2018 and 2000 is
Oh.
2019.
Oh, really?
But they're not a year apart. They're like,
Yeah.
it was the end,
I can pull it up.
it was October 2018, I think, Disrespect. And then February 23rd, 2019
Yeah.
was 2000.
I guess
So,
you got it.
like fucking, I don't know how many months that is. I can't.
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
count
it's
in my head.
whatever. Yeah, but
but
that's
yeah,
a pretty quick
it was
turnaround
quick.
to change
Yeah.
sounds and produce a whole fucking album.
Yeah, and I guess it was just because I was like, I don't know. I had a period where I was just waking up like over and over and over again, like doing the same shit, and I was worn the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the energy to get all fucking amped up about shit. So I started talking to James about stuff, and
No, it's all good.
and he had this like, he had some throwaway beats, and he showed them to me, and I was like, oh fuck, this is really good. The first one, there's a song called Christian on there, And that was the first song I made for that album. That was way before I knew that was gonna be an album.
Yeah.
Actually. And from there I was like, okay, we gotta do more like this. And he was like, well, I have this lo-fi type project that I never did, and all the beats are fucking throwaways.
Yeah.
So he sent me those, and those were fucking great.
Yeah.
And I immediately started writing to them, and I was like, oh, they're mine. Don't let anybody else touch these. Like,
Yeah.
immediately as I heard them. And then after that, we were like, fuck it, we gotta make this an album. So 1 or 2 more tracks later, as far as production goes, the only thing actually, the outro on there is just piano that I played.
Yeah.
That's not production by him, but from top to bottom, everything else is. And those beats were like, they were strong enough to like display some type of shit, you know, and get people to feel something, but they weren't like over the top. So I don't know, I felt like it was the perfect time to use them. And just something about his production is every single time I hear it, I just start writing shit down, like immediately.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's magic. I don't fucking know. Whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the first song, or like I guess it's the intro, really.
Right. Which one for 2000?
MFDLM. Like, what does that stand for?
My friends don't like me because the hook is something along those lines.
Sure.
I forget, but that came out of, really there was just like a general feeling, because I've had kind of the same exact friends since, aside from music, that is, I've had the same exact friends since fucking 7th grade, or
Yeah.
8th grade,
Mm-hmm.
because I moved back here around that time. Really, it's only 2 people. I met one of them in 8th grade. His name's Gillis. He has his own band called Hostile Mind, which is fucking amazing, and everybody should check that out. He's been, you know, just my like #1 fucking person that I know the best since way back then.
Yeah.
And then a guy I met named Matt
Mm-hmm.
in freshman year, and he lives a while in Ashburn now, and those 2 people really are the only people that I'm really close with. So
But they don't like you.
they do like me, they do, but then I have like a whole, fuck you, Dante. They have I have, you know, a whole fucking huge list of acquaintances,
Uh-huh.
you know, people that just like
Yeah.
I know through school or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Those people definitely don't fuck with me. Just because, you know, I don't know, I guess hard person to get to know, just because, and I especially in high school, it was fucking, I was a dick to everybody, just for no reason, because I didn't want to talk to anybody.
Sure. And what's the sample off that? My friends like me, because I feel like I've heard that sample before.
Fuck, fine,
I
dude.
like it. I
Didn't
like
make
it.
the fucking beat,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I like the sample.
Oh, it's fucking phenomenal. All of the samples on that fucking album are unbelievable. The only one that I chose was Letters, which was fucking a Miles Davis song. Something to do with fucking colors, like blue or green or something. But I heard it because I was just looking for samples because Letters was the last song we did.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, it needs to be like the saddest song on the fucking album. So I found that piano on fucking YouTube, and I was like, oh, fuck, that's it. So I threw it to him, and I was like, quick, make something out of this, I'm writing tonight.
Yeah.
And, you know, from there. And it was cool.
Word.
Yeah.
And what's like, so, and throughout the album, I think, like at the end of songs or like at the end or the fucking middle part, you're like talking to yourself on it.
Yeah.
Is that you talking to yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's...
So where does that come from?
Throughout...
That's like really interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
Actually.
Throughout that album, it happened once on Disrespect, on the very last song. Or no, the second to last song, sorry. But throughout that whole album, like in little parts of it, I definitely on My Friends Don't Like Me, I'm talking to people listening to it, but it's just me fucking, you know, obviously.
Yeah.
And then on, what the fuck is it called? It's like the middle song.
Yeah,
I can't remember the title of my own fucking song.
I know you're talking.
But yeah, that one I'm talking to myself. There really wasn't like, I've just always been super into like skits on albums, but I've never wanted to take up space with them.
True.
So a lot of times I try to like mix it in there and, you know, just, especially like in the background too, I think it's cool because then somebody could listen to it the whole way through and fucking Overworked. That's the title. Sorry, I can stop killing myself about that now.
Mhm.
And just focus on like the lyrics like on the surface level, and then when they listen again, they can hear all that shit.
I like that.
Yeah, that was fun to do for sure. I looked fucking insane in my basement recording it, talking to myself, but it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So on your live last night, you were. I didn't watch a lot of it because I didn't want to like spoil anything for myself.
Yeah.
But like one thing you said is the new album is nothing like either of the albums you put out.
Yeah.
Already, like you said, it's totally different.
Yeah.
Do you want to give any like sneak peeks into that, or
whatever
you want?
For sure. So it's nothing that like nobody's done before, but for me personally, like I haven't done that style before.
Mm-hmm.
It's very. I do want it to be kind of a surprise for when it comes out.
When's it coming out?
Undetermined officially, but midsummer.
All right.
Pretty soon. I talked about it.
Singles dropping off of it, or
that actually probably. This will be the first project that I've done that for.
interesting.
Yeah, and so it's. I mean, there's a whole bunch of fucking. It's more melodic, I guess, and the beats all sound much different than what I usually do. I guess you could say it's a little more mainstream than most of the stuff, but definitely as you go down through it, it gets less and less mainstream. But especially the first leg is more accessible, I guess.
True.
So if anybody hated Disrespect, this should be better than that.
Do you have a name for it, or is that?
Yeah, that's on my.
On your what?
Album.
Oh yeah, am I?
Yeah.
Fucking retarded.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So and that was. It didn't have a title for the longest time. Actually, it was labeled in my playlist because it's all on private on my page.
Yeah.
As just question mark, and so I have a folder in my computer it's called question mark album, with all the fucking tracks sitting in there.
I won't leave the sound alive. That's alright, I felt it all. You cut me off and you can watch me die. I'm trying to walk this off, but I still can't crawl.